is a feature in Office, is a feature in a word processor that facilitate to look for spelling and grammar errors. That's facilitate looking for spelling and grammar errors. Looking for spelling and grammar errors. We have a feature in word processing that facilitate to look up for the spelling and the grammar errors. That is, we call it the spelling and grammar. Spelling and grammar. So the other feature here, the other feature we have in Microsoft Word is editing features, editing features, editing features, editing features. And you see that editing refers to making necessary changes. Editing refers to making necessary changes to an existing document. Making necessary changes to an existing document. Making necessary changes to an existing document. So such features that we use to edit a document, that's a document that is already typed, already stored in the computer, and to edit means to modify, add, delete, or modify existing details. However, the editing features may include the following. So you can say that these editing features includes number one, we have the feature that we call the spelling. Here we may discuss for previously. Spelling and grammar checker. Spelling and grammar checker. The spelling and grammar checker. Number two, we have the thesaurus. The thesaurus. The thesaurus. Thesaurus. The other feature, you can write them fast. We have the thesaurus. We have undo and redo, undo and redo, undo and redo, undo, redo. We have copy, cut and paste, copy, cut and paste, copy, cut and paste, copy, cut and paste. That is another feature that we use to edit. So the other feature involves the other features of word processing. We have the typing modes to Konambili, typing modes. The typing modes involves the overtype mode, and insert mode, insert mode. Okay, we have this overtype mode where you overtype characters. We have those that do not overtype, but they just compress them towards the corner. That is insert mode. So okay, these two modes are under editing tools. So tools that we use to make necessary changes to an existing document. So actually later we need to discuss and see these specific tools. So the other features, we have other features used in word processing. That is headers and footers. Headers and footers. Headers and footers. So the other feature of a word processor is tables. Tables. We have the feature called tables. Tables. And to talk about table or table feature, yes. Thesaurus. Which one do you say last? Okay, we are talking about spelling and grammar. After typing mode, let me check. After typing mode. The headers and footers. Headers, okay, that one nilikuwa naendea karamu. Headers and footers. Headers and what? Headers and footers. Headers and footers. Headers and footers. So, and this is a feature of the header. You can just say to one by one. Headers. Headers are features that enables to type text at the bottom, at the top margin, that is above the top margin. Enables the user to type text above the top margins of every page of a document. Every page of a document. Over every page of a document, you have things called the headers. Each page must have the headers. So headers is that text that appears above every page at the top margin. Footers is on the other side. That is, the footers enables to type text below the bottom margin of every page. Enables to type text below the bottom margin of every page. That is the footer, below the bottom margin of every page. Anyway, if you have a page, this is your page. Above the margin, this is the margin. Then you have headers, you have footers. So that is another feature of a word processor. Remember that we are only checking on features, nothing much about these applications that we use in word processing. So after the headers and footers, then you can now discuss about tables. You can write that table is another feature of a word processor. Table is something that probably we'll discuss in other programs too, like Excel. And we say that table enables to structure. It enables to structure data or text. Enables to structure text in rows and column formats. In rows and column formats. Rows and columns formats. So a table will help you to structure the data in rows and columns formats. That is what we call what? That is what you call a table. A table. It is that comprising of rows and table ni zile tu tunatengeneza kwa Word document. You can have rows and columns and you can feed data there. Then the other feature of a word processor is something we call feature template. Sometimes we use templates in word processing. We use templates. What is a template? Sometimes you want to create a document, see in template, T-E-E, template. You want to create a document very fast, but you don't want to miss the format. Yeah, your document. kama ni receipt, kama ni resume, kama ni letters, then you can get the right format from the templates. Unatengeneza invoice, you need to get the right format of the invoice. Then you can download these templates either from the internet, or some of these templates come with these word processing programs we have stated there earlier. So, and you can say a template is a preset. A preset. That is something that is already set. Preset is ready. Preset, or you can say predefined format. Predefined format in bracket, preset, or in bracket, predefined format of a document. Predefined format of a document. A predefined format of a document. Predefined format of a document is another very important feature in word processing that enables to format text or to have format your document, or to keep documents using these templates, the pre-formatted text. So we talked of text formatting in the first feature. Then we have other formatting, like we have the paragraph formatting features. Paragraph formatting features. We had text formatting features. Ile tulisema ni change the font style, font size. But tuko na paragraph formatting features, which tutasema hapo, the paragraph formatting features includes the following. You can say that these are the features that directly improves. There are features that directly improves the appearance of a block of text. The features that improves the appearance of a block of text. A block of text, block of text. The block of text may consist of several sentences. That makes a paragraph. Okay, well, the features that improves this block of text, then you can refer to them as paragraph formatting features, and they include the following. Number one, we have alignment. And we talk of alignment, what are we specifically referring to? Alignment simply means, arrangement of text. The arrangement of text.
From arrangement of text to the left, right, and center of the page. The arrangement of text to the left, right,
and center of the page. Kwa hivyo alignment ziko tatu. Tuko na right alignment. Oh, there's another one we call justified alignment. Maybe you can either align your text to the right, to the left, to the center, or you can justify your work. So that is the four alignments we have. Maybe the first paragraph formatting feature is alignment. Number two, we have line spacing. And we say that line spacing is the space between the space between words, or not words, space between lines of a paragraph. The spaces between lines of a paragraph. The spaces between lines of a paragraph, which normally comes, we have the single spacing. Single space, that is where you leave just a single space. We have either tunaita 0.5 space. After 0.5, we have the double space. Double spacing. So this one normally leaves a space of 2. That is double spacing, 2.0 and above. and took on other spacing features that we use. Okay, in our word processing program, you need to use the spacing, what we call the line spacing, to separate lines of documents, separate these lines of a document. Then that is alignment. The other feature, another example of this page formatting feature, after line spacing, we have indentation, indentation, indentation. And when we talk of indentation, from the word indent, indentation simply means the movement of text, movement of text to the right or to the left, or from the right or left margin, the movement of text from the right or left margin at a given interval, at a given interval. That movement of text from the left or from the right margin at a given interval, at a given interval, that is what we call the indentation, indentation. We have several examples of indentation. We have the left indent. We have the right indent. And finally, tuko na ile tunasema special indent. The special indent involves two more classification of indenting. That is the first line and the hanging indent. Kwa hivyo kuna hizo two forms of indents. First line indent, ile common indenting that is used in paragraphing. Where if you have the block of text with several paragraphs, so you can have your paragraph starting from somewhere here, and it proceeds, and everything else is just pinned. Whereas you have another paragraph that starts somewhere from here, and it proceeds. Then this one will come later here. Okay, what you have formed is that hanging. First line, always the first line is indented from the margin, not like this. It is indented from the margin. So hii inamaanisha hivi, this type of paragraph formatting, this is what tunaita first line indent. But the hanging indent is whereby you have your paragraphs, but the next word starts from inside. It is only the first line that has gone up to the margin. All the others are out of the margin. So this is the hanging indent. We call it the hanging indent. We will look on those two types of indent, the hanging and the first line indent. So the other feature of our word processor is import data. Import data feature. The import data feature. Sometimes you need to import data from other sources. When you are using this program, you can do import data from another application where you say that import and format data. This feature imports. To import means to access, to buy. Import, the feature imports and format data from CSV, from CSV, from CSV. That is from your CSV is a format, format fulani, and database or other sources. and databases or other sources. So that is, you can import data from Excel to Word or from Access to Word. But you cannot do this one here. You can only import data if you are importing. Yeah. So the other feature is the mailer and label. Mailer and label. Mailer and label. Mailer and label. So, and here you can say that the mailer normally help us to create letters. It helps us to create letters. Mailer enables us to create letters. To create letters. You can use the mailer to create letters. And merge with the data to process several documents. And process with this. Yeah, so as to have more documents. This is what the processor can help you save more. However, the mailer will help you to create letters, baruas, and merge them with what? With the list of addresses or with data source. You can merge them with the data source or the list of addresses. However, this list of addresses are normally given in advance. And once you run the mailer, then you're able to generate so many letters with only one list of addresses that has been recorded in a table or in a spreadsheet program. So that is a mailer, and it is one of the most important feature in Microsoft Word. Then there's the other feature, probably, yeah, autocorrect. Autocorrect is another feature. Autocorrect. So, and you can say here that this is a feature that automatically corrects common errors. The features that automatically corrects common errors. Feature that automatically corrects common errors. Now, these are common errors that when you have an argument here, the argument is not adding up. Then the computer inakupatia error. Maybe uliacha kitu hapa. Ukielezea what you're supposed to have. Yes, and if you meet one of the records, then it may have a challenge to proceed even to save. So those are some of the features that word processor will present to the user. So now from there to discuss about the network. So mpaka hapo umeelewa? So our next discussion tutaangalia about the page formatting features. Page formatting features. We have certain features in our word processor that enables you to format the entire page. The way tunaziita the text formatting features. You can see that. Now, these paragraph features enables to enables to organize and restructure the databases. That is, it enables to paragraph formatting features, enables to arrange and organize the page. Arrange and organize the page. The page to where you are typing in your document have to be structured properly. Must have the right lighting, must have number of issues. So that is the field. Yeah, so some of the tools that we use here, tools available in text formatting. So number one, the tool we use most frequently is the screw. The screw, huh? That is some of the tools that you really need to format your paragraph. Like we talk of, we need to have the page formatting features. Huh? Page formatting features. So what do you format to the page? We have the page setup. Page setup. And page setup include the following: the margin. Number two, we have the page number. We have number three, we have what else? We have the page borders. Page borders. Before we have the shading. Page shading. We have the columns. Columns. You can divide the page into columns. So those are the things that you format the page formatting features. That is what you format to the page. So all these include the page setup formatting tools. That is what you apply to the page. And we have, lastly, we have the referencing. The referencing, that is 6 referencing. Referencing here, they may include, the referencing may include a number of things. Like we have the endnotes. Endnotes are text that appears at the end of a section or the end of the document. The endnotes, they appears at the end of a section or the end of a document. They are under referencing. Then to corner footnotes, not footers, but footnotes. Footnotes appears at the end of a page, the end of a page. Okay, well, at the end of the page, we have some footnotes that appears there at the end of the page. And the third one is other referencing, including the citation. Citation. This normally shows specific format for having or setting up the reference. That is, you can use several citations styles. And finally, we have the table of contents. Table of contents. So when you're formatting the page, you can apply these features. That is the features that we use to format the page. So these are page formatting features. Even in our word processing application, we use these features to format a document. So lastly, the last features, citations. Yes, citations inatumiwa pale kwa documents wakati unataka kuonyesha the bibliography. We call the bibliography. You know the bibliography? For those people who do publishing, we know what are these. You want to show this document was published by who, which time, which year, which sawa. Yes, kwa hivyo wakati unaweka hiyo, then you have to set a specific citation. Kuna several formats like the Chicago style, we have a number of them. Yeah, so you choose the specific citation that you should use. So last feature of a word processor is graphic features, the graphic features. Graphic features, huh? Graphics. You know, word processing is not only text, it also involves graphics, eh? Illustrations, the use of graphics. That is hapo kuna pictures, diagrams, eh? Diagrams zinachorwa na pictures. Hivyo hapo kwa diagrams we talk of shapes. We have different shapes that they present several shapes. Kuna clip arts. We have word arts. These are word arts. They are styles of words that are written in an artistic manner. And to call smart arts, the smart arts. Okay, but all these, finally we have the charts. We have the bar graph, the column chart, the pie charts. So in a document, you can involve all these features that will help you to create a professional document. And in word processing, that is the features that you expect to use. So that will mark the end. We said we will not do this one actually practically, but you need to have the basic knowledge of computer. Because some questions tutazipata pale zinauliza the procedure of doing a task. I have the paper ya 2022. Paper gani hauna? Hizo nimetuma kwa WhatsApp. There is one paper ina miss hapo yenye imefanywa juzi. Hizo zingine zote ziko hapo. If you check the paper ya 2021 from the pilot paper na zile zimefanywa since the change of the syllabus, you'll notice something. There are some questions that they are asking about these computer applications. I write the procedure of doing this task. What are the features of this program in relation to? So, or sometimes wanakuletea spreadsheet ya Excel, wanakuambia explain how we'll achieve this particular formula. How do you achieve this? You have to explain. You can only explain or write the formula if you already know how they are done practically. So that way it is important. Fanya computer. Fanya computer. Fanya. So, and I will revisit 10. So, yes, just go and revisit again. That is what tutafikisha the word processing application. Kwa hivyo tunamalizia hapo word processing. Then next inakuwaga ni spreadsheet. You can write spreadsheets. You mean by spreadsheet applications, The spreadsheets. Hatufanyi practical sawa. Spreadsheets. Na discuss tu hivyo theory because pale kwa syllabus wamesema ukiangalia kwa syllabus wanasema overview of computer application features. Sawa? Yes, hawajasema kitu kingine. Wamesema features to just explain the features. Na ndio hizo tumeelezea. Kwa hivyo more about anything that requires you to know practical, you need to go and do it yourself. Sawa? Yes. What is spreadsheet? What do you mean by spreadsheet? Something that inakuja tena kwa section 6. Lakini pale kwa section 6 unaifanya practical. So actually one of the tools that is used by most organizations, almost every organization somewhere inatumia a spreadsheet program. Somewhere tumia spreadsheet. Hata kama wako na system, they still use spreadsheets because most of the data is easily achieved with the spreadsheet applications. So, I want to check. A spreadsheet is a computer program. A spreadsheet is a computer program. Is a computer program with inbuilt calculating facilities. With inbuilt calculating facilities. With inbuilt calculating facilities. With inbuilt calculating facilities. That is a program that has inbuilt calculating features. Yeah, with inbuilt calculating facilities. It enables to create electronic worksheets. It enables to create electronic worksheets. It enables to create electronic worksheets. It provides facilities necessary for the user. It provides facilities necessary for the user to perform various calculations. It provides facilities necessary for the user to perform various calculations, prepare reports, create charts, and enter daily transactions, and enters daily transactions. Yes. So it enables, it provides facilities necessary for the user to perform various calculations, prepare reports, create charts, and enter daily transactions. Enter daily transactions. You know, there are those things that you have to keep record of on daily basis. And you need softwares to help you do that. So these softwares, nazita nini? Spreadsheets programs. Yes. So usually, without spreadsheet, people normally used to do them manual. Manual here means manual recording. You have to have a book and you keep record of your work on books, which sometimes is a bit challenging. Keep recording books. You need a computer program instead of keeping record in books. And these computer programs, hizo tunaziita spreadsheet. You cannot type this one in a document. You can just create a good worksheet that will help you keep the records. What are the advantages of using these spreadsheets apart from that is instead of using the manual? So you can write advantages of electronic spreadsheets. Advantages of electronic spreadsheets. Advantages of electronic spreadsheets. You can see that an electronic spreadsheet has automatic built-in features. It has automatic built-in functions and formulas. An electronic spreadsheet has automatic built-in functions and formulas for doing calculations. For doing calculations. They have built-in functions and formulas for doing calculations. Thus enhancing accuracy. Enhancing accuracy, speed and efficiency. That is, when you're using a spreadsheet, it makes your work more accurate. You're able to work very fast. At the same time, you are more effective. You can produce neat work, yes, and reliable at all times. So that is one advantage of using these spreadsheet programs. Another advantage is that electronic spreadsheet produce neat work. They produce neat work that in the long run, they always produce neat work because editing is done before printing. Because editing is done before printing. That is, before the final printout, you have to check, edit your work, you cross-check whether there are errors, and finally you'll be able to produce very neat work as compared to books. Books you write real time. As things happen, you write them. Yeah, so in case you have a mistake, maybe you can rub using rubber. Then another feature, another advantage is that electronic spreadsheet have the ability to adjust column width and row height. They have the ability to adjust the column width and the row heights. As compared to manual, where kama umechora pale kwa kitabu, that book that is drawn with rows and columns, and hapo ndio una record your daily transactions kwa zile ledger books. The ledger books. In case kuna a lot of details that are supposed to be typed in this column, you cannot adjust the column width. You can only write down here without adjusting the column. But using a computer program, it gives you that way of adjusting the column width. Then another advantage is that electronic spreadsheets have features that enables automatic sorting. And filtering of data. Automatic sorting and filtering of data. So you can sort the data, you can filter the data. To sort here means to arrange in a particular order. Could be ascending or descending, or numeric, alphabetic. Or sometimes you filter using a specific criteria that retaining the data that you wish to retain. That is another advantage of using a computer program. Then the other advantage is that these electronic spreadsheets have a large virtual worksheet. They have a large virtual worksheet. Large virtual worksheet. The worksheet is very large. They have a very large virtual worksheet compared to limited in space of a manual worksheet. Compared to limited in space of a manual worksheet. Limited in space. For these electronic spreadsheets, they have a very large worksheet. Apart of that, even have so much data of a whole company inaweza toshea kwa one worksheet. And utapata that in many cases you always find data kama hiyo. Kienda kwa kampuni unapata they have a very large worksheet. And you're supposed to scrutinize that worksheet and come up with a simple analysis summary. Hiyo inasoma huko section 6 on how to work with a very large worksheet and come up with a simple summary using a spreadsheet program. You're supposed to filter the data to prepare reports from a very large worksheet. They offer us that large worksheets that you can fill the data. Then another advantage is that this spreadsheet have data validation features. They have data validation features. That ensures the right data is entered. They have large data validation features that ensures the right data is entered in the right format. The right data is entered in the right format. So that is in cells. You can validate what a cell should carry, such that when the users tries to enter in data, here, wrong data, then the program automatically detects and it rejects that data. Okay, you can only enter data that is validated, that is allowed for that specific cell address. So that is another advantage of having charts, electronic spreadsheets. Then you can also see that this spreadsheet have automatic features for charts and graphs. They have features for charts and graphs. So that is, you can represent your data in charts and in a graph way, which is easier to analyze as compared to data in form of text. However, all these are good features that comes with spreadsheet applications. The advantages of having this application with us here. So tutamalizia tu na hizo the main spreadsheet applications. Maybe you can write examples of spreadsheet programs. So tukielezea huko pale mwanzo about the applications, we talk of the spreadsheet again. We wrote just a few. Here you can write others. We have number one, we have Microsoft Excel. Excel, that is one of the most common. Tuko na rotas. Rotas are not so common nowadays, but used to be there before Excel. Kuna ingine inaitwa Open Calculator, Open Office, Open Calculator, Open Office. Hizi zinakuwa kwa Linux operating system called Open Calculator. That is a program also used to do spreadsheets. And we have the Quotro Pro. These normally used to come with either tunaita Linux, the Linux operating system. So nowadays not so common. Okay, but those are some of the programs we use in this spreadsheet. So hope that one is clear. So in spreadsheet sasa tunaangalia hizo other things like the component of a worksheet, the data type of data entered in a worksheet. Sawa? Yes, and different functions and formulas that are used in Excel. Used in Excel. So, we said that we'll be having a class on Monday and from 9. Manage 9 asubuhi. Ndio wanafunzi wa hii klasi waone. Mwenye nimepata leo ni nyinyi wote ni wageni. But the student for hii class walikuwa wameruhusa, that way walikuwa wameitisha hiyo class ya Monday. Kwa hivyo on Monday you'll be having that class. Tutaendelea tu hapo tumefikisha. So we'll give them that video, they write those notes. Then on Monday tutaendelea from that spreadsheet. So kwa hivyo on Monday tutaweza kumaliza hiyo topic ya overview of computers, because it's just spreadsheet and presentation. Then the accounting softwares, we don't have much to say about it. Actually, we don't have any question so far that has been tested over the accounting applications. So that now the next topic is computer networks. That is, we will also have another makeup class. Maybe utakuwa na Monday and another class in the course of the week. Sawa, ile siku mtakuwa free. So Monday mnakuja wewe? Hawezi make saa 3. Unaweza make saa ngapi? Unaweza ukamanage saa ngapi?